Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining this lightning talk. I'm Sam Chu. I'm the project coordinator for Google News Lab in APAC. As you know, we are running a series of events and talks in the run-up to the Trusted Media Summit this December. So this is the May edition. And today we are spotlighting a great program in Taiwan where we have the National Association for the Promotion of Community Universities, NAPCU, and they've taken on a huge role of teaching lectures about media literacy and the importance of awareness around misinformation. And that has led to the same lecturers going on to share their knowledge of media literacy in the wider community, from sports to arts to horticulture, engaging community college students like retirees, kind of just really scaling that and making media literacy relevant in their respective lives. And to share about the program and its learnings, today we have Joy Ko. Joy wears multiple hats as NAPCU's current supervisor of its issue division, as co-principal investigator of the Watershed Community Exchange Platform, and as a project manager of the Alliance of River School Taiwan. She's also an avid enthusiast of urban farming and horticulture, and she's also really passionate about the state of education in Taiwan, about public-private communication and media literacy. And she holds a degree from the Department of Sociology at the National Taiwan University. We will have a Q&A at the end of Joy's presentation, so please feel free to type all your questions in the chat as they pop up in your head, and we'll address those questions at the end. And Joy, thank you for being here and taking the time to share your experience and insights with us, and we look forward to your presentation. Please take it away.
Okay, hi everyone. My name is Ke Yingshen. Today I'll share with you our experience in incorporating media literacy education into courses offered in community colleges. In today's talk, I'll be providing some background as to why we chose to work with community college, followed by the method we use to introduce media literacy into courses, and some example of the outcomes we saw from this initiative. Before we dive into detail of the program, I would like to provide some context as to why community college exists in Taiwan. From 1949 to 1987, Taiwan underwent 38 years of martial law. Even after martial law was lifted for years, society maintained a conservative view until a group of intellectuals advocated for the establishment of community colleges. The start of such college began in 1998, and the core idea of community college is to liberate knowledge and promote civil society. In 25 years, 89 community colleges spread across Taiwan, with around 10,000 courses offered per semester. The age group of community college students largely range between 40 to 60 years old, comprising of roughly 70% female students. So why do we choose to promote media literacy through integrated teaching at community colleges? Community college place great emphasis on discussing local public affairs, and through this, it is hoped that students will be exposed to a variety of public issues through the education system. Ultimately, the goal is to nurture students to develop awareness toward societal issues and take action. Hence, the idea of incorporating media literacy into courses within community college fits with the core principles of these colleges. After much discussion, we decided to promote media literacy through integrated teaching. There are many ways to promote a topic in community college, such as organizing public forums or cultivating a group of instructors who are familiar with the topic to teach and lecture at colleges. Choosing integrating teaching to promote media literacy requires certain conditions and mechanisms to support it. We consider cultivating a group of teachers who have a deep understanding of media literacy issue and having them go to different places to speak. However, let's consume a lot of resources in teaching training, course design, and transportation. We also consider forum as one of the ways to promote the topic widely. However, we wanted to adopt a method that allows media literacy practice to be adapted into students' life, even after leaving the classroom. Therefore, in the end, we choose integrated teaching to promote media literacy. Since fake news is not going away anytime soon, we see that it would be a better use of resource to have college lecturers integrate media literacy education into their syllabus. By using their own creativity to include relevance to the course topic, lecturers can develop their own method of incorporating awareness and techniques to fight misinformation. We believe that such a method would help students relate to the impact of misinformation better and help limit the spread of falsehoods. Since its launch in August 2021, a total of 29 community colleges and 75 instructors have participated in this project, reaching 7,513 students. We also held 17 forums to promote media literacy. Next, I would like to share some case examples of integrated teaching with you. In the first case, this teacher from Xinzhuang Community College at New Taipei City teaching the picture book for adults course named Yang Weiping used the thinking game hidden in the picture book as the thing to guide students' thinking. This is a picture book lesson where the teacher promotes media literacy in two ways. First, before the start of each class, the teacher would have casual interaction with students. It's usually conversation about recent life updates and chats. The teacher can use this time to play a simple exercise with students. The lecturer will share some common scenarios that we may encounter in our daily lives. This information can contain biased perception or comprise of fake news and false message. But the key point is to enable students to improve overall critical thinking skill through the exercise. For example, a post on Facebook. Recently, the price of paper product has gone up. You may consider buying some, as they are likely to be in short supply due to the raw materials being used for making masks. A line messaging from a friend. The cabbage in the farm nearby is of poor quality due to bad weather this year. It can be picked for free. We can go together and pick some. And it is spread through the internet. The research has shown that wearing 2 pairs of socks before going to bed can help people fall asleep 15 minutes earlier. The students are asked to think about this message, and the teacher used a larger method to pick students who would then express their thoughts about this message. After, the teacher would invite students to participate in a group discussion before revealing the answer and explain what's wrong with each message content. Students are then asked to think about which part of the message or information channel had issues, then discuss how such situation can be resolved or avoided. The second exercise by the same teacher is a guided reading of a picture book called Have You Heard? Before reading, students are asked to take out paper and a pen and imagine the information they are about to hear and draw it out according to the teacher's prompts. This Did You Hear exercise has this prompt. One day, a new resident came to the village and the animals discussed it. Did you hear? It has square body, a round face, and a pointed horn on its head, an animal A said to the animal B. When the animal B met the animal C, they said, Did you hear? It has a square body, a round face covered in spikes. Did you hear? It has a body as sharp as a mountain and a square face, the animal C said to the animal D. At this point, you should know what happened next, right? The animal D told to the animal E. Did you hear? Its body is bigger than a mountain. Its square mouth is full of sharp teeth. Here you can see how students interpret the prompts and draw what they think the creature could be. While the imaginary drawing mostly depicts a monster, the correct answer to the creature described in the prompt is an ant carrying a sugar cube on its back. The exercise purpose is to let the class see how each person interprets the same prompt differently. It drives home the point that imagination without verification can be dangerous. It also emphasized the importance to check instead of speculate, and to build independent thinking skill among students. The next case is when the teachers named Liao Yifan proposed to incorporating integrated teaching into outdoor tours. We are all curious how it would be done. Nowadays, there are many travelogues on the internet, and many attractions have become popular because influencers take photos here. The teacher analyzed the shooting angles and told the students that what they see may not necessarily be true. Also, when the teacher introduced the history behind famous attraction, she would explain multiple perspectives for each location. The purpose is to inform students that every information shared can provide a different narrative based on how we tell the story of a place. This also creates alertness for students to interpret what is the intention behind tourist signboard explanations and to question the source of information. And this is a yoga class. Have you seen this video in the left? It is called the gravity challenge. Many people try this challenge because it was said that only girls can do it. In the yoga and life classes, the teacher Liu Shouyuan asks students to perform this posture together 3 times, then ask them to share why some people can do it and some cannot. In fact, some girls failed while some boys succeed. Through their own experience of the posture in the video, the students become aware of their own body's conditions. The teacher also explained the connection between this posture and body structure based on her professional knowledge. In fact, the factor for success or failure depends on the body proportion, muscle elasticity, and so on. While there are numerous gravity challenge videos on the internet, more people do not question or doubt it. The teacher's explanation breaks the students' reliance on visual perception and stereotypes. The lesson here is to create awareness that viral videos often simplifies the reason behind the phenomenon in order to generate for views by offering entertainment or laughs. There are also added videos which are promoted as real phenomenon to deceive the public for more clicks. Therefore, viewers need to have media literacy and to reflect on what they take for granted. Okay, so to enable teachers to incorporate media literacy into their lessons, some basic capacity building is also needed. First of all, a teacher who participated in these projects must attend the consensus camp and basic training. The basic training has 2 objectives. Firstly, to provide the teacher with a basic understanding of the concept of media literacy and how to identify misinformation. We also show the teacher how to find the resources when designing their courses by showing them some example case, or introducing some organizations in Taiwan which also advocate for media literacy education. We value the co-learning of our teachers. One of the exercises we usually do with the teacher is a course design sprint using Jamboard or Post-it. Teachers will write down ideas for their courses, and then, through mutual discussion and feedback from each other, The idea would be completed after taking in suggestions from other teachers. Secondly, we explain to the teachers the spirit and objective of this project, and also to invite the teachers to share why they want to join this project. We hope what the teachers want to achieve and our objectives can match. Also, we collect feedback on what the teachers need to execute the lessons in classes, so we can address the issues through the planning of future activities. In addition, we have monthly online gatherings. It mainly consists of three types of content. The first type is an experience sharing session, where we invite 1 to 2 teachers to talk about their experience in integrated teaching. Second, we discuss current events and topics that have been brought up in the line room by the teachers in our project. Third, we decide on topics which are important and would require experts' input to help improve our lectures' knowledge and skills. Then we invite relevant experts, scholars, or practitioners to share and deepen our teachers' understanding of media literacy. The photo on the left is the experience sharing from a teacher involved in this project. Sometimes we also collaborate with the organizations to conduct workshops. Like the photo on the right, we offer advanced training to our teachers, but the content isn't fixed. It depends on the needs of the teacher in that semester. Okay, and we hold a teacher's experience sharing workshop every 6 months, which is an internal exchange activity for the lecturers participating in this project. In addition, there will be one public event each year, providing an opportunity for lecturers to share their experience with other organizations interested in media literacy education. Because our teachers come from all over Taiwan, it is not easy for everyone to gather together. The teacher experience sharing workshop is a real physical meeting where everyone can have in-depth face-to-face conversations. This is an event that took place on January 15th this year. In the morning, we invited a media company, The Reporter, to share how they produce media, and also invited a university professor to share how to combine media literacy with the 5 dimensions proposed in the white paper on integrated teaching design. Next, we divided into 2 groups, one for more experienced teachers and one for newly joined teachers. The discussion of new teachers focused on sharing teaching experience, while the discussion for experienced teachers focused on how to overcome current challenge and develop sustainable teaching material for their courses. Lastly, I would like to share the key to success when implementing integrated teaching. We believe that integrated teaching as a strategy allows students to acquire the necessary attitude and ability to consume media and information responsibly. Integrated teaching is a concept that offers an opportunity to transform the education system. When teachers have a certain understanding of media literacy, they can develop media literacy integrated teaching plans. In my opinion, if you want to start integrating media literacy into your teaching, you don't need to worry about not being proficient in media literacy itself. What you have to do is find a media literacy theme or topics that match your expertise and add a teaching strategy. Then you can create a unique integrated teaching plans for yourself. Just like the foundation of community college, the concept is to learn from everyday occurrence in life. The lesson we have The lesson we learned with the teachers is not to worry that we cannot find suitable content as teaching materials. We can always start with various types of news and use each teacher's expertise to share information with students in the most relatable way possible. From there, we can teach students how to analyze a message or piece of news from different perspectives and cultivating their critical thinking skills. And that is all from me here today. Thank you for your time. And please send in any questions you may have about our project. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing, Joy. Yeah, I mean, I love the idea of, meeting students in spaces where they already are and using what is so relevant to their lives to incorporate the media literacy principles. So thanks for sharing. So we also have Hui An with us, the head of international projects at the Taiwan Fact Check Center, who's also joined us. I think there aren't any questions in the chat, but I'm happy to get the ball rolling. I have two questions, actually. One is, how did the project assess its success? Was the team tracking any metrics, or was that kind of feedback based? And the second question is, what advice would you have to anyone who wants to start this sort of program in their communities or countries?
所以对，第一个问题说，就社大，对，说你平常是怎么去追踪说这些你现在进行这些融入式教学，然后它有可能有什么影响力跟改变？就社大这边是怎么样去追踪跟测量这部分？是第一个问题。然后第二个问题是说，如果其他的国家或其他的社会想要发展类似这种融入式教学，然后不知道以你的经验来讲，有没有什么一些建议？
第一个问题是，我们在这个计划里面，有一位政治大学的教授，就是他其实会针对我们老师在做融入式课程，会设计问卷，请他们发放给学员去填写。这是第一个我们觉得可以评估跟测量的方式。那在平常的话，我们的做法是，我们透过每月一句，然后或者是刚刚讲的每6个月会跟老师的互动，我们其实会看到老师的经验。那其实更重要的是，我们其实会适当的去老师的课堂上，直接去观察他们是如何上课的，或是透过平常会跟他们电话联系，就是会跟他们互动，去了解这些事情。这是第一个问题。那我要2个一起回答，还是先回答这个？
我先回答这个。So actually, like in this program, like NAPCU also work with a professor from the Taiwan Zhenji University to help them to measure the impact. So how they do is that this professor also design a survey for this program. So they will distribute this survey to the I think teacher and students. Sorry, Joy, 这问就是给老师跟学生吗？还是学生的？
对，请老师发给学生。
Okay, so yeah, so excuse me. So this survey is for the students who participate in this kind of integrated learning course. So it's also it's one of the main way they try to measure and evaluate this impact. And other than that, they also try to just based on what Joy mentioned before, they have this kind of like experience sharing workshop every month, and also some more in-depth sharing workshop every half year. So during this kind of workshop and experience sharing, they also can, or this teacher can learn each other and perhaps like to also maybe can adjust their own teaching plans. So also Joy and other staff from the PCU, they will also just sometimes just check in the classroom and get the direct feedback from students. It's our first questions. And okay, so Joy 的第二个。
第二个问题是，就其实像简报最后讲的，就是我们觉得没有任何一个，就是现在的社会上媒体，其实在我们的生活中是 到处都可以见到的，所以我们其实会觉得没有任何一个课它其实是没有办法去融入媒体素养的。对，那其实最重要的方式就是，首先老师如果自己本身知道媒体素养的基本概念，只要基本概念就可以了。那他就会知道说，从他自己的专业里面可以怎么去跟媒体素养结合。所以他最重要的其实是找到他自己的专业跟媒体素养这个议题之间的共通的一个话题。那他可以从这个话题开始，这是第一个回答。然后第二个事情是，因为社区大学它跟学校不同之处是在于，就是学校可能会有一门一门就是既定的学科，就是在我们的国中小或是高中。可是，在社区大学，大家的学习其实是依照自己的兴趣的，所以大家比较可以从日常生活中去学习。那我们其实很建议这一种从日常生活中学习的方式。就是无论是他想要在学校里面推行，或是想要在社区大学也好，或是其他地方推行，我们都觉得融入式的这件事情其实是更能结合生活习惯的。比起我们用一堂一堂课去告诉大家什么是媒体素养，用融入式的方式其实是更能有效的去影响就是我们的生活习惯的。
Yeah, so first, Joy think is like nowadays actually like in media or news media or social media is everywhere in our daily life. So she for the teachers from or at least for NAPCU, I think it's like it can be the media literacy can be integrated to any kind of course. And so the basically the idea is that if the teacher has some basic concept of media literacy, and the teacher can try to like try to integrate, try to find some common ground for media literacy and their own professional and try to design the course based on this. And secondly, is like she think of course the community college is a little bit different than our this kind of the other schools. So in the normal school like high school or university, normally we have some certain fixed curriculum. So students need to take like some certain majors or professional. But in the community college, these students actually mostly they are like a housewife or retired. They can take the course based on their own interests. So it's probably like also more interesting for these students to learn media literacy from something they are already interested in. So by this kind of integrated media literacy integrated learning, they can also like combine what they really like already in their life, what they think they are interesting. So could be even more effective compared with like the other type of like school learning. So that's something like so far like NLP's using it's quite could be a like efficient and effective way to promote media literacy to different groups.
Yeah, thank you so much. That totally makes sense. I think I know we're at time, so I think I'll just wrap up now. Any last words? Okay. Thank you everyone for joining. The recording will be available shortly. Look out for our next Lightning Talk with Africa Check and Volume on June 6th. And in that Lightning Talk, we'll learn about a media project where hosts debunk misinformation on WhatsApp using a fact-checking voice note show. So thank you once again for joining us, and see you at the next Lightning Talk. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.